Hello and welcome to a D4Skyline Queen Black Dragon Wall Crossbow Brandish guide. So today I'm going to be doing it with normal prayers that any low level would be using. I've got an Amulet of Glory, a Dragon Helm, Ava's Accumulator, Raw D'hide, an Anti-Dragon Shield. Make sure you have a Sign of Life, a Ring of Wealth with Quick Telly, some gloves. I'm using a Sagri ranged weapon, just because it's an offhand. But make sure you have your unbrandished raw crossbow, some supersets, anti-fires, prayer renewals, prayer potions, a spirit terror bird full of food, and yourself full of food. You want to have your quick prayers as the two ranged ones, which I couldn't seem to find when I was recording this, which doesn't help. There we go, I found it now. You want to set your quick prayers to these two for a start, and you want to protect item prayer and protect range prayer. And we're good to go. Let's go through the door. Make sure you're wearing the anti-dragon shield at all times. Now when you come into the Queen Black Dragon's chamber, she'll wake up and she'll give you a bit of time to drink some pots. So what you want to do is you want to drink your anti-fire, turn your quick prayers on, and just give it a blast. Throw some abilities out there, keep using anticipation. Remember to use reminiscence. There's a few other defensive prayers there that help also, getting you through the kill. Without major stat boosting potions, you probably won't be hitting really high. So any bit of damage is just useful, but this ranged weapon that I found today, it's not too bad. It's quite cheap. It's 300 GP per one. So when you come to these firewalls, you want to try and head through the gaps as much as possible. But I will show you later on in the video on how to avoid them completely without walking through the gap. But as long as you've got your anti-dragonfire shield equipped, and you've been sipping your anti-fire potions, you shouldn't have much problem with the fire at all. You could use a bit more better food than monkfish, but I decided to use monkfish in this video just to show you that Queen Black Dragon isn't that hard. So when you got the first bar down, you want to hit the obelisk thing in the middle. When a little minion tortured soul spawn, when they start talking, you want to move behind them, one click behind them. As you can see in the video right now, that I am avoiding the firewalls by walking through them. The trick is to walk back one step, and just as they're one step in front of you, click behind the firewall, and you should take absolutely no damage. But yeah, second phase, you just carry on as much DPS as you can, trying to keep your health as high as possible. Try not to use as much food in the first couple of rounds, as you may need it much later. But yeah, like I said, just walk behind the souls. They should take most of the damage from the little fire rings that spawn underneath you. But if they don't, just finish them off real quick, get them over and done with, back onto Queen Black Dragon, and fire up the DPS. The Terror Bird's also handy because it also attacks along with you, which the Pack Yak and some of the other familiars don't. But as soon as you've noticed that your super prayers, super pots have run out, just drink some more, make sure that anti-fire's topped up, and make sure you don't run out. When you've done your first bar on the second stage, what you're going to want to do is finish her off. You'll notice that on the west hand side portal, backwards, that will turn red. You want to hit that and get off the platform as fast as possible, otherwise you will take 1.5k damage every 2 or 3 game ticks. But you may notice that Queen Black Dragon changes colour from time to time. When she changes to an off green type of colour, she is weak against magic but strong against range and melee. It shouldn't cause you too much harm. It just means that you won't be hitting as much and as often. You should be able to out DPS it, no problem. But with lower level weapons, it might get quite hard. As you can see, a couple of my hits are bouncing. Try to make sure your prayers don't run out, otherwise you're going to take constant damage and it will just end up killing you. It just will not work if your prayers run out. As you can see, you take 1.5k damage per firewall not avoided. But as soon as there's no fires, and as soon as there's no souls, just keep dealing that DPS. And even if you do the firewall thing wrong, sometimes you just take one hit of 750 like that. Sometimes you don't take any damage. Sometimes you just take the whole load. But you'll notice on phase 3 that 2 tortured souls will spawn. I walked the wrong way when these 2 spawned, as one was running away from me, which did not help. But as you'll notice, she'll go back to her normal colour and you'll start being able to hit again. Like I said, just keep your health up just in case you can't avoid the fires and you can't avoid her damage. Always keep your anti-fire up. As you'll see, 2 are spawned here. I'll just walk behind one will die, and I'll just go and kill the second. Make sure you kill the tortured souls before you hit the obelisk portal things. Now the next one is on the right hand side, and you'll activate that, and then you'll go and stand in the middle of the room behind the first obelisk. Now what you're going to want to do, if you're brandishing the royal crossbow, you're going to want to kill the giant worms that Queen Black Dragon will spit out. Doesn't matter what phase she goes on, just keep your health up, your anti-fire up, make sure your super defense prayer, you've been drinking that, make sure your prayers up, and as soon as you can see in my chat bar now, extremely hot frames, you're going to want to spam click Brandish on your royal crossbow and you'll die. But that's not a problem, because when you spawn, if you've done it right, if you haven't done it, you'll only get a half charge. You go back and do the other half again. But if you do it right, you'll get the royal crossbow, you'll get it brandished, it will be 100% operational, and it will be 100% ready to use. But she will only brandish your bow when she says extremely hot flames. That's the YouTube tutorial on brandishing the royal crossbow. Have fun, guys.